So I wanted to do a separate video on this question because there are so many places in New Jersey that I love, and I feel like New Jersey especially gets a bad rap because of all of the media whirlwind, tornado, hurricane disaster that is surrounding it. So I'm going to give you some towns that if you're ever in the New Jersey area, or maybe if you live in New Jersey and you just haven't left your house ever, you can go there and see that New Jersey actually doesn't suck. The first place I want to mention is Montclair, and Montclair is the city that I went to college in. I spent a good chunk of time there, and my knuckle just cracked, don't mind me. Bloomfield Ave is full of like super cool shops and restaurants and bars and cafes, and it's just a really nice main street to take a walk down. And I'll probably mention that a lot because that's the kind of towns that I like. One of my favorite places to eat in Montclair is Mesob, and it's Ethiopian food and it is delicious. All of the food is communal and it comes on this giant piece of bread which is called injera, and it's like spongy, kind of tangy, kind of like sourdough bread. You order 2 sides and a meat dish or more vegetables if you're vegetarian, and then there's no utensils, you just take a piece of injera and you pick it up and eat it with your hand/mouth. Montclair is also where I met one of my BFFs, Kayreen, and if you watch this channel, Still Soundly Awake, you know her. And you also know that my life would not be the same if I didn't meet her because she's hilarious and there would be a lot less laughing out of my mouth. Another town I really like is Somerville, and it's really small, but East Main Street has, again, really good restaurants, really good like shops, just a good place to walk around. And the best Chinese buffet you will ever have is in Somerville, called E-Star Buffet. I brought Denise Vlogs there, The Will of DC, Megan Tonjes, me and JP Metz go there like all the time. It is literally, it's just so good. And I know some of you are probably like, ew, buffets, that's gross. But really, if you're ever, my mouth is watering again, ever in central New Jersey, you have to go to E-Star Buffet in Somerville because it is delicious. Literally, they probably put MSG in their food, but I'm okay with it. Other really delicious places in Somerville include Gabriella's, which is a Portuguese restaurant, The Cedars, which is one of my favorite Middle Eastern restaurants, specifically Lebanese. I love food, so I mean that's a lot of the information you're gonna get in this video if you haven't gotten that idea already. The third town/city I want to talk about is New Brunswick, and New Brunswick is a college town. Rutgers University is there, and there are just a lot of people always around, and New Brunswick just has this way of giving you a big city feel and a small town feel all at the same time. Me and Justine, JP Metz, went to Delta's recently, which is soul food, and it is amazingly bad for you, but delicious. And if you're subscribed to this channel, you most likely know Monique. We love getting bubble tea. There are literally 4 bubble tea places in less than a block. There's Noodle Gourmet, Eyes, some small one that I forget the name of, and Fruity Yogurt. 4 in less than a block radius. We used to always go to Noodle Gourmet, but recently we tried Fruity Yogurt, which is where I got the lychee coconut smoothie, and I died of happy deliciousness. So that's where we go more often now. Other places you might want to go in New Brunswick include the grease trucks. The grease trucks are exactly what they sound like. Whoa, what's that? Did my heart stop yet? Is that what you asked me? But it's so good. So good. And again, it's just a really nice town to walk around in and just look at. All of the architecture is really pretty. Just, you want to be there, is what I'm trying to tell you. And the fourth place I want to talk about is Westfield, and Westfield is a little of that, but you walk around, it's really cute. I just described a city as cute. Why? They have some high-end shops, they have some boutiques, restaurants, again, which is my favorite. One thing I do have to say about Westfield is if you do plan on going there, plan on dressing really nicely, because everyone there is pretty much rich, so you don't want to get stared at for looking not nice. And the fifth place I want to talk about is Haddonfield, and Haddonfield is a place of magical unicorns. I've only been to / heard of it recently, and it is quickly climbing my chart of favorite towns in New Jersey. It reminds me of parts of London when I went to London and parts of Fort Collins, Colorado when I was in Colorado. It's just so nice and every restaurant looks delicious. I ate at this place called the British Chip Shop. That was really hard to say quickly. Speaking of which, I made a ditlo on it, and if you don't know what a ditlo is, it's day in the life of, and I post those on this channel, Still Soundly Awake. So if I posted that already, the link will be in the description. Again, if I remember, I hope. Speaking of putting links in the description, if I have a video in any of the towns that I mentioned, I'm going to put the link in the description so you can watch it and get a better feel of what the town's actually like. So thank you for coming with me on another adventure to my second channel where I answer a question more in detail. And now it's time to go back to the original video, so click anywhere here.